Yo, what's going on, guys? Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm gonna be doing a quick little weekly prep, what I'm watching this week. And first things first, I'm gonna cover Bitcoin just because crypto's been a little active this morning. So first things first, let me zoom out on this chart a little bit. I've been shorting Bitcoin pretty much from the top, but this last little leg we caught here on, what was this, Friday? What does it say, Sunday? On Monday, my bad. So we entered the sales here under 94K, and they paid pretty well. So coming into this zone today, I'm gonna be watching if we can fade off of these levels, right? So do we get rejected into these levels and come back lower, or do they manage to hold it above 95K? If they hold it above 95K, then short term, I would say the sales idea is null. And if they do hold it above 95K, high probability they come fill these wicks up here and try to make a push to a new high like 120K or something. That would be very market dependent. You would need obviously the market like SPY to hold up and whatnot, but I'll cover that in a second. So yeah, that's what I'm watching here on Bitcoin, this zone right here for a reaction. If I see a potential bearish setup on the lower time frame, I can take back to the downside to retest these lows. That'd be a pretty neat trade. So we left these wicks down here. That's the previous month's low. This was my original target, which we have not filled. The harmonic pattern has targets to 70K down to 57K. And this is my original analysis from up here. So far so good. Let's see what happens into this level. If we can break back lower and like I said, come test these lows, or be careful if we stay above that level when you're short, because there's a possibility we do something like that. So that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin this week. This level right here around 95K, long above, short below. Other than that, not doing too much with that. But let's focus. So let's show the you have your previous weekly low, which is right around where we fell from. Previous monthly low, which is going to be our target. So what would that candle look like on this month? You are either going to push up, try to target these highs, which is very unlikely in my opinion, or we're going to reject this level and push down to target these lows. I think this is a more probable setup than going to test those highs, and we already got a wick fill here, but we'll see. The one that looks pretty interesting as well is SPX. Let's cover that next. Or do you guys want SPY? I'll probably just do SPY. Fuck it. So this is my original path on SPY. So far so good. One thing I want to focus on this week on SPY. Let's see, where can you see it best? Let's get rid of this. Ooh, the monthly is actually not pretty. I think it looks a little better on the weekly. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so one thing I like about the close on Friday is if we would have closed the week, where are the lows here? Down here at the lows, it would have made it a lot harder to sell this week. The fact that we had this retracement, that's great, because if we open anywhere below this top range within here, preferably below this yellow level, anywhere in here, I prefer this. But if we do get above a tiny bit, it's fine, as long as we do not take out these last week's highs. So if we open anywhere within this zone here, that's great, because we have all this liquidity we left to the downside that we can go target this week. So you would want to see small drop, and then, you know, further small drop, etc. But we have liquidity to the downside, and if we would have closed at these lows, it would have been a lot harder to sell. So I'm not too upset with the close. Like I said, above last week's highs, sales idea is going to be no short term, but anywhere below 598, to 594, 595. Anywhere in that zone, I think it's going to be a potential shortable zone. Then if we do start getting above 598.25, and might have to reconsider. But still valid. The real invalidation point is going to be above 601.89ish, 602, let's say. But if we're in this upper range, you know, you're going to be underwater pretty much if you took any of those sales. So like I said, best case scenario, short in this box here, right? If we do start pushing both that sells below level, that's where it starts getting a little ugly if you're a short-term bear. And then above 602 completely invalidates the thesis. So I do want to see this pattern play out eventually. My time frame might be a little too aggressive. Maybe we don't get this by April, mid-April, maybe till May or who knows when, if we even get it. But I'm still looking for some potential big correction here. Simple thesis, well, there's a few, but just to name one, for example, let's look at Tesla, which I haven't looked at this chart in a minute, but I think it's playing out. Okay, so highs, off the highs, we're down 44%. Let's go to NVIDIA, which is also kind of playing out. Matter of fact, that kind of satisfies the pattern, but we'll see. About 25% off the highs. AVGO, about 40%. Oh shit, no, it didn't go down there. My bad. About 22% off the highs. What else just came down a bit? Apple isn't down much, so Apple's still potential short. And it paid really well last week if you took it. See, Apple's only down about 5%, not bad. But Microsoft, on the other hand, which is actually also kind of paying 17%. So this is a pattern I had some time ago on Microsoft. Played out. We are here at this bottom range. It has to hold this bottom range, maybe like 395, 385 for a potential bounce. If it starts losing those levels, we're probably headed much lower towards like, oh, come on, bro. Whoops. Eesh. 320s? That would be nasty. But what was the point of this? Oh yeah, so all these names are down quite a bit, right? 15%, 20, 40, you name it. SPY is only down, let's see, how much did we drop from the highs? About 5%, not much. So as crazy as this target here looks, it's really only about what the market's already falling. So target 4 on this harmonic is about 8%. So about another 3% off these lows. And then this entire move would be about a 20% correction on the SPY. Yes, seems insane, but like I said, majority of the mega caps already fell 20% or around there. So if majority of the components in the SPY have already corrected about 20%, if not more or slightly less, shouldn't that translate to SPY, you know, being down roughly about the same? And I know that's where rotation comes in into names like, is it still up? Yeah, Coca-Cola, etc. So you get a lot of rotations, right? And that's totally fine. Rotations are totally fine. But the minute they start rotating out of these names that left these massive gap ups, what do you think is going to happen to the SPY if mega caps are coming down and these names start coming down as well? That's when you're going to have real potential problems in the markets. And something like this wouldn't seem so unlikely. Like I said, 15-20% off the top from the all-time highs. Very possible. Have protection in your portfolios. One way to have protection is UVXY, which I'm not too happy with because VIX kind of outperformed this week, which is stupid. UVXY is supposed to be a leverage of the VIX 1.5, so it should have technically been up more than it is. But whatever, it is what it is. I have some 20 calls out to mid-March, I believe. So any push higher from here on the SPY, or drop on the SPY. What am I saying? Any push higher from here on the UVXY, or a drop on the SPY would pay me on this. I also have a bunch of other trades, but that's just one way you can protect against that. If you don't want to take puts, you can buy stock too. Stock's pretty cheap. I have a nice amount of shares. What else should I cover? What was I trading this week? I had a couple things I wanted to trade this week. So let me show you guys this week. I totally forgot to show you guys. Where is it? So this is pretty much, how do you full screen this? Come on, bruh. Yikes. All right, for sure. There we go. So if you guys have never seen this chart before, if you've been trading with me for a minute, you've seen this chart before. Pretty much all this is and this is a free matter of fact, let me show you guys where this comes from. Right here. Where's my indicator at? Whoops. All right, so you can edit this. And by the way, this is a free indicator. If any of you guys want it, I have a video covering all my indicators. They're all free. This one is called HTF Liquidity Dashboard. All it does is shows you where you have your previous week low, previous day high, month high, week high, etc. So it shows you all those levels on the chart. And you can customize for this specific table what names you want on here. So if you don't trade NVIDIA, for example, or GJ, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get rid of GJ. I don't trade GJ. Let me put, I don't know, Tesla in there or something. And then it would give you the levels for Tesla. How this works is if you see green, matter of fact, let's show you on the chart. So you see here where it says PWL, that's previous weekly low. Let's show the daily. Probably be a little easier. All right, so we got the chart here, right? Damn, this is not going to be so good. Can I move this to the side? Top right. Cool. There we go. Okay, so previous weekly low, right? These are green. Why are these green? Because SPX swept and exceeded the previous weekly low. So at the start of the week, which was, where the fuck was it? Friday here, Monday. What am I talking about? Monday. We open here. This is a previous weekly low. We swept below the previous weekly low and exceeded it. So it's green. And then when you look at the boxes like previous daily low, this is the previous daily low, right? So this is daily candle. This is a low. And then on Friday, we swept that level, but then we reversed. So when you sweep and reverse from a level, it'll light up gray. And by the way, you can change the colors. That's just the way I have it set up. So it'll light up like this. And when it sweeps and exceeds the level, like it did here, so this is level, swept and exceeded, it'll be green. And then previous weekly low, sorry, previous day low didn't. So that's how that works. And if you take notice here, US 30 never swept its previous weekly low. So that's a pretty big observation. And I will be watching US 30 this week. So where is the previous weekly low? Here's the previous weekly low. We were already at those lows. And that's interesting. I had not paid attention to that. So pretty big level to watch on US 30 this week. But yeah, that's how that works. Now let's go back to the chart. Perfect. So, okay, pretty much that's how that works. That's where those values come from. So this is a pretty good thing to use in the mornings. I like to do it. I do a wide market analysis pre-market anyway, but this little chart right here kind of gives you the scoreboard of how the market's doing. You know, are we at highs? Are we at lows? Which ones have been tested? Which levels have not been tested? So it gives you an idea of where we might potentially be going next. And this is pretty much what I'm watching this week. As long as we, sorry, what did I put on here? Yeah, so the index is swept and reversed from the previous daily lows, which is this, right? These boxes right here. And then we closed exceeding the previous weekly lows, which are these levels. What does that tell you as a tactical trader? That tells me that as long as we are below the previous weekly lows, being these levels here, you can remain short or short any pops. And if we start getting above these previous weekly lows, that's when the tide would flip bullish. And that's what I was showing you guys on the chart earlier. If we fall back below the previous daily lows, which we have only tested, that would be very bearish. And we can have a pretty big selling opportunity down to the previous monthly lows, which would be these levels right here. And that's what this says. So first things first, target the previous daily lows, and then you can target the previous month lows. The current range is the previous week low that I am talking about. So as long as we stay below the previous weekly low and above the previous day low, that is a tradable range. But the trigger on the higher time frame does not happen until you get above the previous weekly low or below the previous day low. So hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, leave a comment, or matter of fact, I'm not even checking chat. Whatever, it's all good. But yeah, hope that makes sense. If not, let me know. I'll see. But pretty neat tool. And like I said, I have a video on all my indicators that I use. So if you guys want to check it out, they're all free, like this one right here. What stocks do I plan on trading this week? Or should I just cover some? Matter of fact, I'm gonna just do a quick fire recap of all the stocks I traded this week. So do a 15. All right, there we go. So I traded, let's start off with Monday. Let me pull up my broker. Give me 1 second. It'll just be easier if I'm going alongside my transaction history, so I can tell you guys everything I traded. Hold up 1 second. Wow. Monday. Damn, I went too far back. Monday was what day was it? 21st? Yeah, I'm tripping. All right, Monday was the 24th. So starting on the 24th, filter. Wow, you could do that. Cool. My bad. 24th. Where's the first trade? All right, here we go. So starting with the first trade was on SPY. So let's go on to SPY. Monday. Right here. So Monday we had the open right here, which by the way, where is my, that's fine, I'll figure it out later. So we had the open right here, right? The first trade I took was some puts, 595. So off the open, traded some 595 puts, caught that. Then at 9:30, caught the reshort, took that off before the close. That was that for that day. Nope, I also took UVXY that day. So on the 24th, I took SPY and UVXY. That's pretty much all I did that day. So those are the two trades I did that day. Where is UVXY? Here, so caught this pop and then caught this pop. That's pretty much all I did that day. SPY and UVXY were my two trades. Then on the 25th, I took Apple 247.5 puts and 245 puts. That was on Tuesday. What's the time on that? 9:30. So up here, I took those puts. That was a trade. And then did I sell that day? No, I did not. I did not sell till the next day. So the next day I'd open, coming into my sell side liquidity. I took the profits on those Apple puts. What else did I take? I took, was that the 25th? Yep, on the 25th, I also took T-Mobile. So at 9:30, Was it at 9:30? Yep. 9:37. So 9:37, probably right here, somewhere around here. Caught the shorts. Probably sold here into the close. I sold some UVixie from the day prior and some SPY 590 SPY 595 puts that I had from the prior day as well. So this was Monday. Took these setups, took some profits on them, and then sold some more on Tuesday's drop. But as for entries on Tuesday, I only entered T-Mobile and Apple. Then on Tuesday, I took off some Apple. What else did I trade? Costco. So here is, whoops, no, I need Monday. Wait, no, this is Wednesday already. This is the 26th. I'm lost. So 26, I took some shorts on Costco. They paid on this. Is this initial drop? Yeah. They paid on this initial drop. I took some off, and then I reshorted at the highs. Then I took some off into the lows, held some runners, and those runners paid into Thursday slightly more. Wait, this is Thursday. No, this is Wednesday. Yeah. So entered Wednesday and then took them off into Thursday. Took some off Wednesday. Took some more off into Thursday. And I'll do a whole screenshot of each trade and just post them all together somewhere so it's easier to follow along. So I'm just reading off this. Matter of fact, I could just pull up my broker on the screen. Whatever. Pretty much done. Costco LOY 26. The 26th I also traded LOY. So the first set I took was here. I remember that. I took a set on LLY at open thinking we would go down. Expecting us to lose this level right here. Got faked out. Those contracts went down. I forgot how much, but I was down a nice amount on those. And then I had to double down on my trade up here. On this leg down, I took off both sets. This set was still a loss, but with the wins on this one, it averaged out to small win. So I took it. It is what it is. Then on Thursday, I re-engaged on the sales again, and these did pay out. But this one was about a break-even trade. And then I left a few runners overnight into Friday in case we broke down. Obviously didn't. I think I sold one in the morning. And I didn't, we made a slight low, so the premiums weren't super juiced. I think they closed, I sold it probably at about the same price I had sold them the day before, so it wasn't worth holding the risk overnight. Why is MA, oh, I was about to say, where's MasterCard? I also traded MasterCard. This trade, overall net, I ended up losing a little bit of money on this trade just because I took a stupid trade on Friday, so pretty much caught this, paid pretty well. And all week I was waiting for the breakdown below this level, right? So we caught this wick on Friday right at the open. When I saw that wick, I expected to target that wick, and I started taking 0 DTEs. So pretty much all the profits from this move here I rolled into here, and this happened. So yeah, MA ended up being a losing trade, but it did pay. This paid, and then I just expected the breakdown here. Didn't happen. Gave up the profits on that trade. It's all good. I'll be watching MasterCard next week, trying to fade this because yeah, I need my money back. But we'll see. What else did I take? I started a couple of swings. I'm not really trying to waste too much time on those, but got a small swing. These are long terms, by the way, like leap type swing short on ICE, swing short on J&J, swing short on Philip Morris, and a couple swing shorts on LQD and HYG. And I started a few longs on UUP and TLT, which are doing okay. And that's pretty much my week. Oh no, how could I forget these? I'm lying. AVGO Friday at open was a banger. Or was it Thursday? Thursday at open. Yep, Thursday at open was a banger. So I started taking some off, took some off, took some off. I kept taking some off the entire day. I had a tiny bit of runners left, which I took off the rest on Friday. So I layered it. I think my first entry was like 215 puts. I had 210s, 205s, 200s. So I bought a fuckload of puts here, right? And as they all started going into the money, take these off, take these off, take these off. So that's how I traded that. But yeah, AVGO was a super nice bag. Yeah, I forgot I am not done with my week. Then I took SPX 500s, which paid like over 1,000%. Where's that one at? That had to be Friday, or was that Thursday? The 27th. Oh yeah, that was Thursday. How could I forget? What time was that? Took him towards the close. Yeah. This is Eastern time, 11, so that would be like 11-ish. Yeah, so like around here, I think I took them. And then this was a pretty nice close. I paid out on those. SPY. McDonald's, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I took some shorts before the close on Tuesday. And then when we opened down here, those paid pretty well. Same thing happened on Baba. Shorted the close. And then when we had that gap down, you know, paid pretty well. Surprisingly, even after this big move, I closed maybe up like 40% on the contracts. And then after the gap down, I think they hit like 400% or some shit. Now I'm done. That's everything I traded, I think. Yeah, about. Covered that little wide, McDonald's. Yep, that's about it. Good enough. Yeah, that's pretty much what I traded. I'll give you guys an update once the futures open, what I'm watching and what I'll be trading this week with the updated game plan. I will be going live Tuesday and Thursday, 30 minutes before open. So if anybody trying to come trade with me, I'll be there. Come check it out. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and find something useful from this video. I'll recap SPY one more time just because I'm not sure if I covered it or not. No, I did. I know I did. Yeah. So like I said, watch these levels. As long as we remain below these levels we broke down from, I would still want to see more selling pressure. We start getting into this top zone, then that's a different conversation, but we'll see. All right, catch you guys.